Hi Gemini, welcome to your June monthly messages from Spirit Reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This will not resonate with every Gemini that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Gemini, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in Gemini. I mean, who wouldn't be? I like to remind Gemini and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So Gemini, for this reading, my intentions and purposes are to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you right now in the month of June. Some may see this reading as like a tarot scope to see what will be happening and unfolding for you guys in the month of June. And I also kind of learned through these readings that it serves the purpose of providing the message that someone needs to hear right now for the month of June, anything that they need encouragement on, hope and healing on. Those are my intentions for this reading. And this can impact any aspect of your life. Career and finances, romance and love life, spiritual evolution. But whatever Spirit would like to bring forward shall be said. So if you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, even any passed down loved ones, you are welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy. So if you guys are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so I would like to take the moment to say very quickly, happy birthday to my beautiful Gemini June folk out there. I wish you guys a year of love, luck, prosperity, and above all, happiness. Happy birthday, Gemini, from me to you. So let's see what Spirit would like to bring forth to my Geminis. What does Gemini need to know right now in the month of June, Spirit? Where are they on their journey? Wow. Gemini, we're kicking off with some powerful energy here. It says, choose your path. And it says, all is possible. Gemini, I think a lot of you are finally starting to gain the courage and the confidence to pursue or to start a journey of or to start really understanding what it is that may have been missing in your life, what it is that you've always been wanting to pursue but haven't pursued because you just didn't think the time was ready. You didn't know if you were going to be successful. You didn't know if you were going to fail. But Gemini, this card to me is saying that, you are prepared. And even for some of you, there is about to be an opening in your life, an opportunity to come in that is going to present itself to you. But Gemini, you ultimately choose if you want to go down that path. The choice is yours is what I'm hearing. I feel Spirit has been setting you up for this moment to take charge, to create the space, to get ready for this opportunity to come in. Others of you, maybe in the beginning of June, it's already arrived, right? And some of you have been wondering if this is too good to be true, or some of you have been wondering if this really is the answer to what you've been asking for, what you've been manifesting, and you can get this card as a big confirmation of a yes. But Gemini, I wonder if some of you are still struggling with the doubts, with the fears. Am I going to make it? Is this going to happen? And some of you are attaching too much to the outcome. And by attaching too much to that outcome, it's prevented you from taking the first step. So with whatever aspect this is for you guys, if it is a career move, if it is a new relationship, whether that's romantic or platonic, this has presented itself to you in your life for a reason. And I feel, again, Spirit has been setting you up for this. You see the armor this person is wearing, right? You are protected. You are prepared. You're more prepared than you give yourself credit for. And this opportunity will not arrive, or has not arrived for some of you if you weren't ready for it. But know you're not limited. Know that all is possible for you. I wonder if some of you are just finally starting to realize the power you have. Or if this opportunity, by succeeding in achieving this, getting this offer, getting this bonus, getting this opportunity that you've been preparing yourself for, if it's going to give you the green light that it was always meant to be yours, or that you were always meant to have this. And now that you are going to be receiving this, what are you going to do with it? How can you expand on it? How can you take it further? Some of you, I feel this is just the turning point in your life. And I don't know if this year is every birthday year, of course, is special. But for some of you, maybe it's monumental with, the age you're turning, whether it's a big one like 20, 30, 40, 50, or even if there are a lot of changes you've been making in your life that are going to be more profound this year than the past couple years. And you already know this by changing your job, or by moving to a new city, a new state. For some of you, I don't know why I get this energy of a pregnancy coming forward. Whether you can have kids or not, it's not for everyone, obviously. But for some of you, you're thinking about having children, or you're about to have a child, or if that's just a metaphor from Spirit, you're about to create something new into your life that, maybe the pandemic in 2020 put it off. But now Spirit's saying the path is open for you. And you get to choose, Gemini, what you make of it. Spirit wants you to know that. You are more in power and more in control of this than you think you are, or that you give yourself, again, credit for. So be prepared, Gemini. Get ready for this. And if some of you, this has already been presented, move ahead. Because there's a new experience coming about this. One that is going to strengthen you, empower you. And it's going to be pretty profound here, I already get. I'm getting Aries energy from this card. So some of you, you could have Aries in your chart, or there could be an Aries entering your life, or an Aries that's pretty prominent in your life. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Tell me more of this energy that Gemini is experiencing in the month of June, or will experience in the month of June. Ooh, okay, here it is. Interesting. What we have here is confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. Wow, I could see maybe for some of you why you're a bit apprehensive to start. I'm wondering, by starting something new, or with this opportunity coming into your life, there may be things that have to end. Quitting a job so you can start a new one, ending friendships that no longer serve you, ending relationships, romantic relationships that, are no longer something that you see eye to eye on, or that you're interested in. And it's okay to end a romantic connection if it's something that isn't pulling at your heartstrings anymore, isn't making you passionate anymore. But for the majority of you, I gotta say that with whatever new path you're gonna walk down, there are certain people who are not going to be thrilled about it. Especially if it's like a new mindset you're going into, a new idea of how you want to be, what you're working on to kind of let go so you could be that person. There are going to be some people who may want you to remain the same, even if it makes you unhappy, even if you know it's not good for you, even if it is a bit toxic. And that's what we see so much when we start to enter new cycles, is that the past really tries to hang on, or the past really tries to surface to the awareness that your consciousness is kind of evolving out of, to really make sure that whatever is appearing, whatever is letting go, is let go for good. Now, Gemini, what I have to say with this card here is that there's many different ways to engage in people's energies, to engage in telling your truth, but also acting out of your own best interest and acting out of what is right for you. Because I feel with this confrontation, there are going to be people who are going to try to confront you and or even like warn you about the choice you make. Are you sure you can quit this job? Is it going to give you the stability you need in order to pay your bills? Like, let me tell you and share a specific story with me. I was working a corporate job before I did YouTube, before I provided readings. I was a data research analyst. I spent hours at the computer crunching away at Excel, and I was good at what I did. I made a difference, but it didn't make me happy. And when I decided and felt, drawn to doing YouTube, I put my first series out there. It was successful. That was Spirit sign to me that this is what you should be doing. So when I announced, to my family members, my friends, hey, I'm quitting my job because I want to pursue this fully. I want to funnel my energy into things that make me happy, that inspire me. There were a few of my family members that were like, I don't know. Are you sure you're making the right choice? Are you sure you're doing the right thing? You're not going to have the same health benefits. You're not going to have a set paycheck every month. There could be ups and downs. And although that created doubt and fear in me, I didn't let that hold me back or to even stop me from doing what I know was right for my soul, for my passion. And sometimes we may have to make a sacrifice for a bit. Okay, yeah, I may not have the best health benefits by working my own business. Sure, corporate jobs pay for a lot, but man, am I so much happier. So Gemini, I feel like there are some people, sure, it could come out of jealousy. It could be coming out of wanting to hold on to the old you because that was the way they interacted with you the best, with what they wanted to have a relationship with you with. But I do feel there's others of you where these people are only trying to look out for you, thinking that, by telling you their opinions, that is somewhat giving you protection or guidance on what you should do. But Spirit wants to remind you, Gemini, that you already have the knowledge to carry this through. You have the skill set to carry this through. And even if there are some people who think they may know better than you, they kind of truly don't. So for some of you, I would just kind of say thank you. I appreciate your concern. Or if it is toxic, I would say, you know what? I'm leaving this situation. I'm going to turn the other side, the other cheek, and move forward with confidence and assurance. It's going to clear a new path for you. And you see that rainbow right over here coming into this card. Once you kind of clear out those old doubts, situations, people, opinions that have been weighing you down, thinking that it's not all possible, that's when the path before you will truly open. And I think a lot of you are starting to see that. I don't know, there's just, for some of you, I get this feeling of always questioning yourself, always questioning your opinions, always questioning your beliefs. And I think there's a difference between being open-minded and saying, yeah, I don't have all the answers, and maybe there's more to seeing what I realize, but this is different. It's like almost Nine of Swords energy of, did I make the right choice? Oh my goodness, what if I made the wrong one? Could I ever go back? Like those types of thoughts that are really just blocking the path you're meant to go on. And maybe the confrontation is not even outside of yourself. It could be within yourself, Gemini. But again, those are just means of the ego to try to preserve itself, to let itself flourish and grow, because we are trained in this society to live in such fear-based thinking, but that's not meant for you, Gemini. You are meant to do what you want to do, to pursue your passions, to pursue the lifestyle and the habits that make you happy. So when you find yourself doubting yourself, questioning yourself, pick your battles wisely. Tell the ego, thank you very much. Like I said to tell other people, I appreciate your concern, but I'm moving forward with this. And don't worry about crossing a certain bridge you may never get to, which is a lesson I had to learn myself as well. I would always worry about, something that could happen in the future that most likely doesn't happen. It's good to be prepared, but worrying just makes you suffer twice. And is the worry necessary? Is the worry, feeding anything that could help you solve the situation, or is it keeping you away from going forward? Just a few questions someone may want to ask themselves. All right, let's get another card. Some of you are really leaving behind what is familiar, what you're used to, and that side of that box of living that has, kept you somewhat secure, but very limited. And when you're about to break free, that's when it gets the scariest, because, you don't know what's going to happen on the other side. But I promise, Gemini, you've been guided to pursue or move forward in something because it's meant to open a new chapter in your life. Wow, number 42 with Tantric Journey. It's a beautiful card. This is what's activating in your life. Let's go ahead and read what it has to say. And it says, the frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Gemini, what this is telling me is that whatever you're going through in June, the experience you have within yourself is going to reflect in your outside world. You carry a lot of information from your soul code that you're activating now. Certain inspirations or ideas of what you want to do, those are being divinely sent to you. Some of you, I would suggest taking some time when you start to feel overwhelmed or stressed to just take a breath, go to your favorite room in the house or get outside of the house, the apartment, wherever you live in. Find somewhere out in nature, find somewhere by a park, wherever you can, wherever that safe spot is within or without of you, to sit and to just breathe. And with meditation, a lot of people find it hard to get into that sync because they find themselves distracted. They find themselves start to worry again with whatever was preoccupying their mind before. But what has helped me is before you meditate, to take a breath and to say, I hold this space for divine guidance without judgment, without fear, without expectation. And with whatever comes in my mind's eye, whatever comes to my feelings within my body, I accept and I observe. And then I think, Gemini, without looking outside of yourself for, confirmations, for people's approval, you're going to find that within yourself. Your intuition is very powerful right now. Any sort of intuitive nudges, intuitive pushes, the feeling that I should do something, I must do something, that is Spirit's way of nudging you forward, of moving you forward. And for this card to have the word journey in it, I mean, this is all a part of your journey. This is a new path on the journey you've been on for your entire life, but it's about to open up to something new. Again, I just feel these new experiences, these new instances that are meant to happen and come into your life. But it's first by accepting yourself. It's first by accepting what you want to achieve, what you want to do, being so sure of that, so confident in that, and then doing the things you're guided to do. You'll know what messages are coming from your intuition and which ones are coming from your fear and ego based on how they make you feel. If it's from fear and ego, it's going to make you feel panicked. It's going to make you feel disturbed. It's going to make you feel worried, which is all linked and tied to that karmic thinking, that ego thinking, right? The messages from your intuition, even if they're not the ones you want to hear, always come with some sort of peaceful acceptance, a peaceful knowing. That's the difference, truly and honestly. And it takes practice, because you have to start to get into yourself, or get into your, tantric state with objectivity, without being, again, too attached to what you think you have to have, or what the outcome must be, or worried about what the outcome will be. And just look at the information that's coming to you by the divine, by your own intuition, by unlocking those codes within you with a detachment. But of course, yeah, it's easier said than done. But Gemini, Spirit wants you to know you have this ability. And it's being doubly emphasized during your time in June with whatever it is that you guys are guided to do. So trust those intuitive messages, those visions, those ideas. Because I feel a lot of you are getting new ideas on how to be, new ideas on what you want to pursue, new ideas on what you want to create. Those are the things that you can trust, that make you excited, that make you passionate. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Wow, Ace of Wands, beautiful, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, divine inspiration, divine courage. It's new energy being breathed into your life with purpose, with passion. The letter P is sticking out very much for me, so that could be someone's first, middle, last initial, as in Paulina, as in Paul. Doesn't have to be for everyone, but yeah, guys, this entire reading, I was feeling new energy, and here's the Ace of Wands confirming it. And with fire burns, right? And one of the most healing things I've learned is to, any doubt or fear that persists in me, that have never proven to be true, that only hold me back, I imagine that feeling, that thought, just going into a fire and burning away to clear the space for the new to come, for my passion and my excitement to hold more space than the fear to. But yeah, guys, for some of you, this is inspiring, what is being sent your way. This is something that you are feeling confident in, or starting to build that confidence to go towards. For some of you, this is definitely with career. Others of you, this is a romance, perhaps. Someone who has had an attraction towards you, who's going to come forward and express it. And I think you can trust it, Gemini. I really think you can. And maybe if there are certain people, certain exes that try to kind of confront about this, leave it in the past. Because this energy, this fire energy, this Ace of Wands energy is more guided towards what you're meant to fulfill than anything that is trying to block you from this. But it's opening itself now because the timing is right. And this is going to enhance your solar plexus chakra. A lot of you are activating your solar plexus chakra to trust yourself more in moving forward with the ideas you have and the pursuits you have. I mean, in the month of June, what do you want, Gemini? What do you desire? You can make it possible, right? Let's keep going. Tell me about June for my Geminis. Strength, wow, Leo energy. Yeah, so again, there may be some triggering instances just because this is coming out under the confrontation card, right? There may be certain beliefs about yourself that will rise to the surface, trying to make you feel like you can't do it, make you believe that you shouldn't do it, make you believe whatever, right? Or even people outside of you. This is the test, this is the trial that is meant for you to overcome all those doubts and fears, overcome the opinions and judgments of others, and to stand in your power, to trust your power. This is a reoccurring theme in your reading, Gemini. And despite what people want to bring out of you, the lower vibration you're trying to leave behind, or the other self of you that is trying to be healed, don't let it overcome the new you that is coming through this month. The confidence you're building, the excitement you're building, let nothing get in the way of that. It is less than what you are. It's less than what you deserve. It's less than what you should accept for yourself and believe of yourself. Because your power is strong this month, Gemini, the power of your intuition, the power of your will. And although Spirit gives us a helping hand, although there are some things in our life that are karmic and that are out of our hands, out of our control, we really do incorporate in our life and in our journeys the union of destiny and free will of how we can get there. And with this month, Gemini, all is in your control, all is in your power. You just have to decide that you are worth it. Have to decide that your dreams are worth it. And that you're courageous enough to, even if there are certain struggles anywhere in your life, you'll always make it through. You can make it through. Nothing is impossible for you. As far as, what you want to create in this world, as far as what you want to pursue and what you want to dream, what you want to be and become. Okay, yes, it's impossible for the sky to turn green. And that's something we can't will out of ourselves. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you can create, what you can pursue, and what you can become. That is beautiful. Beautiful energy surrounding you, Gemini. And there's something about the new moon eclipse in Gemini that you guys got a download of, an instance happened, an opportunity became apparent that has really started to activate this powerful energy within you to surface, to acknowledge, to implement. And this is the new you you're becoming that was part of your path all along. It just took a bit to get here. But here it is. It's happening now, Gemini. Believe, trust, do what you can and leave the rest into God's hands, the universe's hands. But have the utmost faith in yourself. That is what will pursue this. This is what will keep the ball rolling for you. And this is what Spirit's lesson for you in this month is to be, trusting yourself. Having the courage to believe in yourself. So many people don't experience what they want to experience in life because they're too afraid of rejection, of, embarrassment, of failure. When a part of life is experiencing those things, those are inevitable. But it's what you do with those. It's what you do with those experiments and those lessons that carry you forward. You're using it now, Gemini, to make the best for you. One more card for Gemini and June, Spirit. Yeah, 10 of Wands. The endings of doubts and failures, the endings of pains and hurts, of beliefs that kept you down, that pinned you down. Oh, I'm sorry, the 10 of Wands. Excuse me, but same thing. The pressures, the burdens, the stress. Anything that you were carrying with you that no longer needs to be carried is ready to be let go. You see that bear? It may be a totem animal of yours, maybe a symbol or an animal you're going to start to see if you have not already been seeing. But the bear, as we know, goes into hibernation in the winter time, stores up energy, uses the energy to persist, to move on, to reflect, to heal. And then once spring comes about, the bear comes out of the cave with renewed power, with renewed strength. And any challenges or obstacles that you guys have had to work through, carry on, are coming to an end. With this newfound power you've discovered within yourself or are going to discover within yourself. We go from the 1 to the 10. And may I just point out, your numbers are just accelerating. 1, 8, 10. So by the end of the month, Gemini, there's a lot you're going to be dropping. A lot of what doesn't add and feed to your power, feed to your confidence, feed to your strength. And then once you finally clear out all of those things, you're going to be in this position to then welcome the new, welcome the beginnings. It's going to be a summer of you for you guys that is going to be empowering. That's all it really feels. And even for some of you, like Leo season is going to be very strong for you guys as well. And whatever you're doing in the month of June in Gemini season, you're going to be building up for the foundation of what you're going to fully be prepared for in the future. Wow, yeah, and the star card. So Aquarius energy is coming through here. Sagittarius energy with the 10 of Wands. But with this, Gemini, you really are worth it. You really are someone that has a purpose, that has a dream, that can be manifested in the 3D, that can be achieved. Some of you guys are star seeds and have star family members, star galactic members that have been your guides, that have been guiding you, sending love through readings, through your own intuition, through the repetitiveness of what you see in the outside world. They're guiding you. And you do have a unique purpose in this world. You do have a plan that is just uniquely yours. And you're meant to live it fully, confidently, with, such pure authenticity and the truth of it all. That is just meant to just feed your cup. That is meant to feed your soul. And again, with the star card, this is divinely guided. Divinely guided back to who you're always meant to be, what you're meant to experience. So trust whatever is happening, what is being brought forward, Gemini, because it's going to help you release everything that you've been carrying that, although they've served their lessons, they've served their purpose, you don't need to carry anymore. Beautiful. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get one more card for you guys to wrap up this reading. Any messages that Spirit wants to leave you with? It says protection. You are protected, Gemini. With the path you're going on, with what you're releasing, you are protected. And it says, strong protective magic for the family and the home. Yeah, so again, for some of you, this is talking about your cosmic family members. Even some of you, if you don't relate with starseed energy, maybe your ancestors. And again, maybe with some of these judgments or opinions are coming from the family. I think they know what they really believe, whether it is truthful or whether it's for their own ego or not, that what they're telling you is right, what they're telling you is what you should do. But, again, you know what's best for yourself, even if it's outside of the belief system or the imagination of what they wanted you to be or what they wanted you to pursue or anything like that. But also with the home and the family, again, I'm an intuitive reader. Sure, we could read the words on the cards, but what I feel through this is your security really is protected. You're not going to go through another tower moment that leaves you with loss. I feel you've been through far too much to have that go through again. And sure, that doesn't mean life is going to be absolutely perfect. But, you are going to be guided to what is yours, and you'll get what is yours. You'll get what you want. You'll get what you pursue. It may not be exactly the way you thought it would be. It may not be in the exact form you were hoping for. Again, that attachment to the outcomes. But Spirit is protecting your dreams, protecting your goals, and will give you the tools and resources you need to achieve this. But I think the first step is really realizing that you guys are protected. And with that protection and with that confidence and with that awareness, you are unstoppable this month, Gemini. Amazing, amazing reading. Thank you, Gemini, so much for joining me here for this monthly messages from Spirit reading. I hope that you guys gain the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance for what's to come in June, for whatever you needed to hear right now. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below. hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.